Can you do that, Peter? Can you wait patiently for them to melt? Awesome. Very similar styles of recipes through the whole cookbook. They're just kind of like what I would call good old Wisconsin casseroles. It just seemed like the perfect day for this kind of a meal. Hi there, we're going to start out today's video with a Christmas candy that Peter and I are going to be making. It's super, super easy. It's called winter bark, I think that's what it's called. And I know I've seen lots of recipes around, yes, winter bark. And this seems to be a little different than most of the winter bark recipes that I see. So what we're going to be starting with. So here's what we're going to be starting with. We have one bag. This is 10 ounces of the Ghirardelli white vanilla flavored melting wafers. And then I have another 10-ounce package of the Ghirardelli dark chocolate flavored melting wafers. Now you can use like a semi-sweet if you'd prefer, or gosh, even a milk chocolate. Really whatever kind of flavor it is that you like. A bittersweet works as well. You're going to take the, can you tear this off, Peter? There and there. And then we're going to pour the whole bag.
Of what?
Of each one. So we're going to put the whole bag of white in this one. Who said you could eat one? So put the whole bag of white right here.
That tastes good.
You know what? I told Sam we'd save him one too. So here, there's 2 of them for Sam. We'll put those off to the side when he comes home. And I just have a pot over here. We're going to get the water simmering and we're just going to melt these. So Peter, put the chocolate ones in this bowl. This one's probably already getting a little bit hot. Excellent. We're going to let those go until they melt. And this is so easy, guys. I got this recipe from my sister-in-law years and years ago, and I think it came from a Martha Stewart, yes, magazine. So now we're just going to wait for these to melt. Can you do that, Peter? Can you wait patiently for them to melt? Awesome. And then for this recipe, we are going to use the deluxe whole cashews salted. The original recipe does call for peanuts, so really any kind of nuts that you want. You guys can see, this is such an easy recipe. Any kind of chocolate that you want, any kind of white chocolate that you want, and any kind of salted nuts. And then we're going to put that all on our parchment paper. I'll show you that in just a few minutes once we have these melted. In the meantime, I did measure out 1.5 cups of my cashews. How's it going, Peter?
Nice.
Yes, it's almost melted, isn't it? This has only taken about 5 minutes, I'd say.
We only need the ones on the bottom.
A little bit more to melt, yeah, and then we're going to be set. And then, Peter, can you put all of the cashews... Oh, yep, set it over there. Uh-oh, is that hot on your hand? No, but it tastes good. You better go wash your hands now. Okay, as soon as he's back, he's going to pour all of these cashews right in here into the chocolate. Looks great. And now we're just going to stir them real gently. Okay. Just to kind of cover them. Can you kind of fold it up from the bottom? Nice. Nope, you get them nice and flat. So now spread it out.
Yeah, but you need the...
So this is what it's looking like at this point. Now I'm just going to take a toothpick. You can use a little bit bigger skewer if you have that, and just kind of swirl it all around. And as you swirl it, it kind of spreads out a little bit more. Just swirling, swirling, swirling. I'm going to just put this into the refrigerator, and I'm just going to let it cool for about an hour until it's nice and hard and everything, you know, is set up. And then we're just going to come back through and kind of break it into pieces. And I just store this in a little tin, and we can snack on it now, or it works. It's so cute to put this in one of these little like Christmas bags. Let me see. Yes, I have one left over from last year here. And then tie it up and give it as a little gift to somebody. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. We're gonna move on to a supper. I'm making a new supper tonight. It's called chili mac, and I'll get to that in a little while. It's more than an hour later. I pulled the winter bark out from the refrigerator. I actually had it like in our little airlock area where it's nice and cold. And now it is at the point where it is completely set up. You just break it into pieces like this, and that's it. And then serve it up. It's so good. That little bit of salt and lots of sweetness. So that's what we're going to have for dessert tonight. For tonight's supper, we are having something called chili mac. I believe it is from a cookbook called, shoot, I think it's called Dump and Go. I will put a link in the description box to this cookbook. I checked it out from the library, and then I did make 4 photocopies of recipes that I wanted to try. There were actually a lot of recipes in there. They're very similar styles of recipes through the whole cookbook. They're just kind of like what I would call good old Wisconsin casseroles. But anyway, so I did copy this chili mac recipe, and we're gonna make this. It looks like it's gonna be super easy. We like chili, and I know Warren likes me to make the same chili all the time, which is what I've been doing for 23 years. But sometimes I like to change it up just a little bit. I'm changing up the chili tonight.
Oh no.
Yeah, see? Oh no. So here is what you do. You have 3 cups of water, 2 cans of tomato sauce. So I guess it says 15 ounces. I have 16 ounces because I have 2 small cans. 1 pound of elbow macaroni, 1 packet of this chili-o. This is what the recipe actually suggests, is the French's chili-o. And then 1 pound of burger. I have 1 pound, 4 ounces of venison. And the neat thing about this recipe, it truly is dump and go. And I've never ever made a recipe like this where you put the raw hamburger in, kind of break it all up, and let it cook that way. I've always browned burger first. So this is going to be all brand new for me. I'm hoping that we really love this. At the very end, it's going to, Maria, shh, I've got a singer on my hand here. At the very end, we're going to be topping it with, let me grab it. We'll be topping it with these Velveeta slices. Again, something I have never ever bought are these Velveeta slices, but I just wanted to try this recipe. It looks high in carbs, high in salt, but there was just something that was speaking to me about this, and it is a very heavy, wet snow. Look at it out there. It's actually not snowing at this very moment, but it's been snowing super giant flakes today, really heavy and slushy and wet, and the roads are terrible, but it just seemed like the perfect day for this kind of a meal. All right, so this is what it looks like. This has to come to a boil, and then I have to put the cover on and let it, and then I'll turn it down and let it simmer for 15 minutes until the water is absorbed, and that is it. And then we serve it with the Velveeta slices. What do you think? Does that look good, Peter? It does not look good to you? Amber thought it looked good. She was excited.
Because I hate chili, and this is going to be better.
Good. We're having chili mac. All right, so the recipe says to cover it in Velveeta and then put the cover back on and let it melt. And I have it turned off, and then it also mentions in the recipe to serve it with hot buttered corn And in how they serve it is they actually serve it right on top of the chili mac. I don't know how my family's going to do that.
Ew!
Amber's shaking her head yes. She is going to do that, but I'm not sure about everybody else. Amber and I like to do things like that, but I'm not sure about everyone else. So
Mix it all together.
that's what I'm thinking. I'm going to mix it all together. So that's going to be supper tonight. Whoa, Joseph. We have just some romaine lettuce, cottage cheese, sunflower kernels, and
Dressing.
Italian dressing.
Italian
There we go.
dressing.
So that's going to be everything for tonight's supper. After we all have a chance to try this, we are going to, I'm going to hop back on here and let you guys know if we actually like this recipe. So 1 to 10.
5.
Peter, 1 to 10. 10 is the best, 1 is the worst thing ever.
9.
Oh, wow.
Bueno.
What does that mean?
5.
Joseph, 1 to 10.
12.
Oh, wow. Maria, 1 to 10.
I don't know how to taste.
She hasn't even tried it. Warren?
Give it a 6.
Oh, okay, a 6. I'd give it a 8.
I think mine is the